Nearly a year ago, there was a major hack that occurred revolving around several companies, including Rockstar Games. And most recently, there is some development regarding the trial of the alleged hacker of what's most likely going to be known as GTA 6, unless Rockstar goes with a different name entirely. This is coming from Reuters and Eurogamer. Apparently, the hacker is going to be unfit to stand trial in the UK. By the way, the articles are linked below in the description section. So the 18-year-old hacker, who was 17 at the time of the hacks, assessed by psychiatrists as not being fit to stand trial. The jury will not determine if he is guilty, but instead decide if they did or did not commit the acts. Previously, they pleaded guilty to one count and two offenses under the Computer Misuses Act, as well as breaching bail conditions. They're also facing 12 offenses, 3 counts of blackmail, 2 counts of fraud, 6 counts also under the Computer Misuses Act. The teen ended up hacking Uber, Revolt, as well as Rockstar Games. They targeted Revolut and Uber in September 2022. 5,000 Revolt customers were targeted. Nearly $3 million in damage to Uber. And then they hacked Rockstar Games later on, I think near the end of the month, leaking 90 plus screenshots and videos from early development version of what most likely will end up being GTA 6. The prosecutor told the jurors at the London's Southwark Crown Court last week that the accused also hacked the City of London police cloud storage weeks after being arrested. So yeah, a nice long list that the alleged hacker, the accused, is standing trial for, but they're going to be unfit for trial, according to the psychiatrists. So that is going to be interesting how this one plays out in the UK. So it was crazy, like nearly a year ago when I started seeing like images and video being put out there on the social medias. I think it first spread on Twitter, well, from my perspective. And at first I was thinking, what is this? This is weird looking. Is this somebody's like bazillionth attempt to put out some fake GTA 6 content? Because that's nothing new. There's so many people out there that tried to trick people into believing that they had like video and screenshots of GTA 6, and a lot of it turned out to be Photoshop and just like mods and tweaks done to GTA Online, or well, specifically GTA 5 on a PC. But then it looked like it wasn't fake and turned out to be legit. And like so many other GTA fans, I started like looking on Twitter, trying to find as much video and screenshot as possible. I reported on it, but I did not show a screenshot or video because I knew exactly what Rockstar and Take-Two were going to do to anybody that did. And unfortunately, there were those that did get in trouble by Rockstar and Take-Two for showing screenshots and video from the alleged, leak. And it turned out to be an actual leak, a hack done by this teenager. And it's just insane how much information came out. Now, bear in mind, this is all like early development of video and screenshots. So GTA 6, as we're just going to call it until it's called something else, is probably a lot further along now than whatever we saw nearly a year ago. But I do have sympathies for the employees that were affected at Rockstar Games, the developers, everybody that's been working hard over the past few years building the next GTA game. I also have sympathies for the customers at Revolt and Uber, as well as the employees there, because these are people's lives that have been affected by these hacks. And hacking is wrong. It's a crime. And this individual should be charged with the fullest extent of the law, and justice should be served. Now, I do believe in innocent until proven guilty. I mean, that's a thing in the U.S. In the U.K., I don't think it exactly works that way, but at least in the U.S., we have this thing called innocent until proven guilty. And even somebody like this individual who is allegedly charged with these hacks, deserves a day in court, deserves a chance to stand trial. But apparently this teenager has issues. I guess, I mean, you look at the track record that a teenager would do this. I mean, a lot of teenagers are just trying to graduate high school and trying to get some action on prom or whatever nonsense teenagers are up to these days. Not this teenager. This teenager's like, nah, I'm just going to start hacking some multi-billion-dollar corporations and then go and get some files from allegedly GTA 6 screenshots and video from early development. That's what this teenager, I guess, does for fun. So yeah, I think that the evidence is overwhelming and that they should face, I guess, the harshest penalties under UK law. But the question you have to ask yourself, if they're not going to be able to determine whether or not this individual is innocent or guilty, all they can say is whether or not they committed the crime or did not. Does that mean that they will end up getting a lighter sentence? If they're deemed unfit to stand trial, there must be some sort of a mental issue there. Now, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not one of the ones that sat down and talked to him and diagnosed him. But obviously the psychiatrists feel like this young man, which he is a young man now, he's, 18 years old, is unfit to stand trial. And, I mean, you look at the things he's charged with, especially after he was arrested, he honestly thought that he could go in to the city police cloud storage and hack it in order to most likely try and do away with the evidence that was compiled against him. I mean, most people don't do that. I mean, most people are not really capable of doing that. But even if you were, most people would be trying to make the case that they were innocent, even if they were guilty as sin. Same thing goes with this young man. But I don't know how this is going to play out. And once again, I'm very, very sympathetic towards anyone that might have been harmed financially or one way or the other by the actions of this hacker. And I think there may have been one or more involved in these hacks, possibly. But, that's where my sympathies are with the customers of Revolt, Uber, as well as their employees, and specifically with Rockstar Games employees. And obviously, this is my gaming channel where I do talk about video games, specifically like Rockstar, like GTA, Red Dead. We do play other games on this channel as well and cover other gaming topics. But the channel was launched, as a GTA channel because I'm a huge Grand Theft Auto fan. And like so many others, I'm very much looking forward to GTA 6 or whatever it ends up being called. And hopefully, before the end of the year, Rockstar will finally tease the next installment of the Grand Theft Auto franchise. Hopefully. Now, some people are of the opinion that this hurt Rockstar and Take-Two. I disagree with that opinion. Now, yeah, I don't like what it did to the employees of Rockstar Games. I don't like that at all. I have nothing but sympathy for them once again. Like, for the suits, like the higher-ups at Rockstar and Take-Two, I don't have as much sympathy for them. But for the hard-working employees, I do, sympathize here. Overall, I think that the hacks actually helped with the hype of GTA 6. I don't think it hindered it. Now, there were some yahoos out there and idiots who looked at the screenshots, looked at the B-roll, not understanding that this is like alpha, beta content. This is early development, very early development for GTA 6. It's not the final product that we saw. So some people were crapping on it because of that. Like, wow, this doesn't even look nearly as good as GTA 5. It's because this is early development. You damn fool. Do you understand how video games are made? Obviously not. But I think that it actually excited a lot of us because we got to actually see, some of the things, some of the mechanics. And Vice City, South Florida was basically confirmed. So that's exciting that we are going back to Vice City. That's something a lot of GTA fans, including myself, were wanting Rockstar to do, was take the franchise back to Vice City. Now, this is going to be like an HD version of Vice City, not the 3D version with Tommy Vercetti voiced by the late Ray Liotta. I hope that there's at least like some homage, some respect paid to Ray Liotta in the new GTA game. Maybe there'll be a street named after Tommy Vercetti, or a school, or maybe like Ray Liotta Avenue. Because they did the same thing with Hagen, who voiced Landon Ricketts. They named a mountain after Hagen. They named something else after Hagen in Red Dead Redemption 2. So hopefully, despite whatever beef Ray Liotta had with Rockstar after recording GTA Vice City years ago, I hope they understand that the fans love Tommy Vercetti and love Ray Liotta and still mourn his passing and love that character of Tommy Vercetti. And hopefully, even if like it's nowhere at all connected with the events of GTA Vice City, hopefully GTA 6 will have some little Vice City Easter eggs in it, including paying some respect and homage to Ray Liotta as well as Tommy Vercetti. But yeah, I'm also very excited about GTA 6. I don't like some of the practices Rockstar's been doing lately. Like, for example, GTA Plus, taking nearly 200 vehicles out of GTA Online's websites, what they did with Red Dead Online, the GTA Trilogy Defective Edition. But I'm still a Rockstar Games fan, and I still would like to see some redemption, and I hope that GTA 6 turns out to be really, really good. And once again, like, I feel bad for the employees of all these companies, including, you know, the hardworking developers of GTA 6, everyone that was involved working with GTA 6 so far, that, you know, had this shown before it was ready to be shown. For example, you would get mad, right, if like the restaurant, you know, pulled out a pizza, an Italian joint, and it was far from finished. But if you were to walk into the kitchen, right, and steal a pizza that was far from finished, and then put it out on the I guess the counter, that pizza's not the final product. I mean, there's the dough, just finished the dough. They just started sprinkling the sauce and the cheese on it. They were about to put the pepperoni, the mushrooms, whatever else they were going to put on the pizza. It's far from done. So it's not the restaurant's fault that somebody went in the back and grabbed an unfinished pizza that hadn't even been thrown in the oven yet. And that's pretty much how I feel about the early development videos and screenshots that we saw nearly a year ago regarding GTA 6. So once again, while I'm looking forward to GTA 6, and I have nothing but sympathies for the employees of these companies, as well as the customers of Revolut and Uber, I do hope that the jury is still able to have a part to play in whatever the individual in question, the hacker, this young man, ends up getting sentenced with. Because I do think they deserve to be punished. Justice needs to be served. And the fact that they are found unfit, I mean, I guess that means there's a mental, psychological issue there. So perhaps they get sent off to some sort of mental institution in the UK. Whatever the case may be, they should never be allowed near a computer or smartphone again. Your thoughts, views, and opinions regarding the latest developments regarding the GTA 6 as well as the Revolut Uber hacker. Welcome, as always, below in the comments section.